kind of an odd font for a King Arthur story.
That's right, it stars Betty White, but not that Betty White.
It does have a full cast, though. I think how we're supposed to know all of these characters' names by the end.
Yeah. Like, who the hell is Direction?
They can probably go on to IMDb and look up John Fielli. Ah, yes, the Office Web.
My name's Roy Webb. I'm the builder of this housing development. Kind of proud of it, too. It's going to be a real nice place to live for a lot of folks. You know, I've been building houses for better than 20 years.
This one has 2 addresses on it.
One thing I've learned in all that time is that building is more than just brick and mortar and a lot of hard work. Building is people. People with hopes and dreams. People with problems to solve. People like Jack and Ruth Miller, a young couple who left here a few minutes ago. Like a lot of young couples today, Ruth and Jack dreamed for a long time about building a home of their own. They saved their money, and after a good deal of looking, picked a site here and settled on the kind of house I'm building in my development.
Now, while I talked to the man, this dumb bitch read her stories.
It suited both their tastes and their budget. Specifically, they couldn't agree at all.
I just can't agree with you, Ruth. I know you want your wall-to-wall carpeting throughout the house, but it's things like plumbing and wiring which matter in the long run, and I'm just not going to skimp on it.
Jack, we've been over this before.
And I've tried to show you.
I know, there's only so much money.
Right, and...
But there's one thing I'm not going to do without. Wall-to-wall carpeting.
But
even if it means skimping on things like those underground pipes or whatever they are you and Roy were talking about.
Roy and I were
so she just
discussing the
understands
sanitation
nothing.
and drainage system, dear.
I also like the idea that the husband's having to argue this. Like, no, we will move in without plumbing if you want your goddamn carpet.
Practice mission.
Never mind. I know all about your practice missions. Now you sit in that big chair there and behave yourself.
Okay, Mom.
Now, Jack.
Boy, he'd better die
Well,
by
I was
the
just
end
going
of
to
this.
say that after all, I don't know anything about pipes or wires.
That's just the point.
But the first thing
You're
the company
stupid.
always notices is how the floors look.
Are we building this house
Yes,
for the
and
company
they can
for
see it,
ourselves?
even if the wiring is
You're
good
the
enough for
one
the lights
to
to
come
work.
anyway. I'm the one that has to live in this house.
Well, no one's going to be in our home at night.
But you're not going to like it when your house is always being torn up for new plumbing or new wiring.
I don't see why.
Just because we didn't put in the best
You
materials
don't
to
know
begin
why
with.
you wouldn't be happy
Let's
if your
face
house
it,
getting
this house
torn
is
up
going to have to last
constantly.
us a long time.
I know that, dear.
So
And
we've
would you
got to build it to
two,
last.
you know,
You don't build a
either
house every
solve
day.
this or
You
leave?
build
I have
it
other
once
clients.
I know. Once and forever.
That's right. Isn't it, Roy?
Of course, you do want to use the best materials you can, and you want as many extras as you can get, too. But I've learned from experience that buying or building a new home is almost always a compromise. Compromise between what you think you want and what your budget says you can have.
Yeah,
The
broad.
building of this house will probably be the largest single investment you'll ever make. There are lots of things I can help you with.
Now,
Some
if you'll go
decisions
outside
have to
so I
make
can
for
empty my
yourself.
colostomy
Now, I
bag.
can understand how...
Did your son just shoot
He was
himself?
sitting in that chair just a second ago.
You go ahead, dear. I'll see if he's all right.
Oh, great. The story is going to focus on her. We really needed that to happen.
He's going to get run over by a water truck.
Oh, God willing. Let's see, if I just walk slower but make it look like I'm putting up an effort, I can lose him no problem. And gone.
Fell into a septic tank.
Are you all right, Jimmy?
Sure, Mom. Parachute jump.
Your son's spine is showing through the back of his shirt.
You can just pay for it out of your allowance.
There
Get
you go,
this out
son.
of my
He
way.
didn't do any damage, ma'am. Matter of fact, if it'll make him feel any better, he can parachute jump on it all he wants. There's nothing he can do to hurt this pipe.
He's powerless, ineffectual,
anyway, but
much like the rest of you and your Aryan so-called master race.
You're right. Might sprain his ankle or something.
Yeah, good point. Your kid probably shouldn't jump up and down on the pipes. It could hurt him.
Okay, Mom. Tell her to squatter and operate on secret order.
How did he fall back first onto pipes and not get horribly
near Mr.
injured?
Webb's office now.
I guess they just don't have anybody doing continuity on this. I didn't see that in the big credits list, did you?
Continuity director. This was a James Cameron film, one of the early ones.
Excuse me. Did you say this pipe was cast iron?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what's it for?
It's part of the drainage system. Matter of fact, when I get it all in the trench, it'll be the main part.
Oh.
My husband's inside. He'll be there for a while. Maybe you could show me one of these houses, the bedroom.
My husband and Mr. Webb have been talking about plumbing and wiring and things like that. That's why I asked you about the pipe.
Well, there's no need to
I
get
can
too
do a lot
technical
for your
about it.
pipes,
But
actually.
this pipe runs from the street all the way up to the roof of your house. Carries waste out to the sewer. Keeps sewer gases from escaping. Something which would be a real danger and a menace to your health. Matter of fact,
sewer
this pipe will
gases
help
that
make
run
your house
from
a
the
healthy
ceiling
place to
to
live
the-
in.
Yes.
Well, I suppose it is important. But isn't there something else we could use? Maybe something a little cheaper?
Like carpeting.
Looks like it'll outlast
Wall-to-wall
It
pipe
will.
carpeting.
Sure, you could use something else. There are cheaper materials. That's if you don't include the cost of installation.
Then why not use them? If we buy the best of everything, we won't have enough money to build
We can
a
hook a
house
bunch
at
of
all.
Chinese up mouth to
Well, you know,
anus.
it's
We've
a
done
funny
that
thing.
before.
But thinking back, I'd say that in the long run, cast iron's about the cheapest material you could use, as well as the best. They use it in all kinds of big hotels and office buildings and places like that.
You can't
just
say
because
that
it
anymore
does
about
last so long
anything.
and does such a good job.
Oh,
I'm afraid you won't save any money by using something else here. You just put this stuff down and forget about it. Once and forever.
well, I
That's how I
you're
treat
right.
my marriage.
Funny, but Jack's always talking about doing things once and forever.
He's not talking now.
You know, Roy, I've been thinking this over.
I'm not sure that we could get rid of both
Maybe
of the
I'm not
bodies
being
in the same
fair to
trench.
Ruth. Maybe I'm putting too much emphasis on this once and forever business.
Maybe. But as you said yourself, Jack,
I'm sorry, the
You
builder
don't
is
build a house
entertaining
every
this
day.
ridiculous
I know.
notion.
She said her heart set on that carpeting for a long time, and she'd sure be proud to have this house the way she wants it right from the
And who am
start.
I to tell her we can't
Maybe
scrape shit off
I'm
of it
not
once a
being
month
fair.
when it backs up?
Maybe I'm not being fair about this. You're right. In the long run, it is going to be cheaper to do
Oh,
things
I see.
right
They're
from
going
the
to
start.
go over their
You won't
heads
regret it.
each
I'll
other, and
guarantee you
they're going
that.
to build the house of
Once
the
you put this
Magi.
pipe in, you can forget about it. It's watertight, gas-tight, and root-proof.
Root-proof?
That's not
Underground
true.
roots, like these
Not
right
at
here. Always trying to work their way into the system. If they do,
You know,
you've
those
got real
types-
trouble with a clogged-up line.
Well, how do you prevent it?
Put in cast iron. I've never seen anything else which will keep them out like cast iron. Even the joints are sealed with metal. Here, I'll seal up these two sections to show you.
It'll be a shame because they don't go here. They're just being put here temporarily, but if it'll impress you and get into your pants.
Now, I've already put these together and filled in the joint with oakum. A little molten
He
lead.
doesn't even work on this site.
Then, after caulking,
It's
it
just
is
a rapist
gas-tight and strong enough to
prowling
be
this
used
half-built
anywhere.
neighborhood.
Even under a
He was
Ruining-
thrilled when he
under your
saw the
basement
boy
floor.
until the woman walked
And
up.
you don't need any expensive special tools to install it.
If you thought the office
get
guy
around
looked
it.
like a pedophile, well,
A mighty nice job, if I do say so myself.
you get what you pay for, Jack. If you really want to cut some corners in the initial construction to give Ruth what she wants, it'll
well,
have
I
to be your
recommend
decision.
it. Whatever gets you the fuck
I
out of my
do, Roy, but I
office, and
think
I can
we'll
get
have
on with
to.
my day.
Oh, is Jimmy okay? You've been gone quite a while.
He's fine. He's flying a bombing mission right outside.
Minor spinal injury.
Jack, while I was outside, I got to thinking about the carpeting and other frills, and, well, I can get them later. Let's go ahead and use those quality building materials you want.
Are
If
you
want-
two
Roy and I have
fucking
been
kidding me?
thinking about the same thing, and you're going to have your house just the way you want it, carpeting and all.
But I don't-
Look, it's all settled.
But I don't want it that way.
I
the way
don't
it's
want
going
to
to be.
hear it,
Looks to
bitch.
me like you two are right back where you started.
In my office and never going to leave.
If you could stop laughing long enough, I think I can show you a way to have your cake and eat it too.
Now he tells us.
As you both know, you can't afford everything you'd like in this house right at the beginning. But why does it have to be a case of giving up one thing for another?
Are you saying that we can have both my carpeting and Jack's building materials?
I'm saying that only one of these chambers is empty. Now, if we're lucky, we can continue
when you
this.
first put them in. Your wiring and your plumbing, for instance. Those systems are truly built in.
Now, if you don't like the me shooting you option, keep in mind, we can bury your son in one of the holes out back.
And that goes for anything
There's your
else
extra
which has
money.
to be built in.
But what about Ruth's carpeting?
Let's not give up on that wall-to-wall carpeting or any other convenience and beauty features you'll want in your home. Let's plan on them for later installation. Things like that can be added to your home at any time in the future and with no increased cost either.
Because building materials will always be one constant
we may
price.
find that you can have your carpeting in, say, the living room right at the start.
Well, I don't know. How about you, dear? Are you sold on the idea?
Jack Miller, if you'd stop to listen to what I'm saying, you'd know that I came back here to tell you that I had the same idea.
I stand corrected.
Yes, you do.
Well then, let's get back to the desk and put down some specifics.
Maybe you can get the fuck out of my office.
Thanks a million, Roy. We can hardly wait until you get started and the house is finished.
Well, it won't take as long as you think. You'll see.
Definitely not as long as you took to decide.
With all our questions and doubts.
Not at all. It's been a pleasure. And believe me, you've made the right decision.
Well, so long, Roy. We'll probably see you out here next weekend.
No, you know you had a son when you showed up.
No. Jimmy,
I did fall into the septic tank after all.
Honestly, Jimmy, can't you stay out of trouble for 2 minutes?
I'm sorry.
Now go over and say goodbye to Mr. Webb so we can get you home and into a tub.
Of lie.
Bye, son.
Yeah, he's got shit up there, too.
Sure did.
I'm gonna have to ride behind the car on a chain.
Will you?
No, I won't forget, Jimmy.
No matter how hard I try.
You know how long Mr. Webb's gonna have to wash to get that smell off his hand?
Well, as I told you earlier, building is more than just brick and lumber and hard work. Building is
Dealing with stupid
their
fucking
problems,
couples
their
who don't
hopes and their
communicate
dreams.
well and have stupid
That's why I
fucking
wouldn't
kids who
trade
fall
my
into
job for
shit
anything in
pits.
the world. Because every so often I can help people solve some of those problems. Perhaps make one of their dreams come true.
Or as I say,
In the end, I'm
MAGA.
sure you'll agree the Millers made a wise decision. But how about you? When you build, be sure you build once and forever.
Once.
And don't bring your wife to the consultation. Or your fucking kid.
It is jam handy.